Hey guys, happy Thursday and welcome to the next edition of Carrots and Cake Instagram Live. So today's is going to be pretty short and sweet just because I was at the hospital for most of the day. I was doing some allergy testing, which I'll tell you about in a second. I actually got a few questions, so thank you guys who asked about how it went. And I'm leaving bright and early tomorrow. My car is coming at 5 a.m. to bring me to the airport because I'm going to Seattle with Brooks Running as part of the annual trip, and we're volunteering at the Special Olympics, and they have a fun-filled weekend for us. And then, since I'm on the West Coast, I'm going to Oregon to spend the 4th of July with Mal's family. So, all that to say is that I have a lot to do before I leave. I have not packed or even thought about packing. I kind of want to get my nails done since I picked most of it off on the car ride because I sat in like 2 hours of traffic on the way to the hospital and an hour and a half on the way home. So I don't know, stress relief, just picking off the gel nail polish, which is like the worst habit. I know you're not supposed to do it, but I destroyed whatever I had left of a manicure. So maybe I could fit in some nails before the evening comes. So yeah, lot to do before I leave. So yeah, I only had 3 questions. One is about the allergy test, so I'll tell you guys all about that. A few people ask. What is my morning routine with Quinn now that he's home? So I'll talk a little bit about that. And then how do I wash my workout clothes? Which is actually a question from a few weeks ago, but I figured it'd be a good time to share it. So get right into it. So the allergy test that I went for today, if you saw on Instagram stories, it's been a long time coming. I've had this like phlegmy cough. I'm not kidding you, for a year and a half. I've been dealing with this forever, and it's not postnasal drip. We finally like figured that out, and the doctor like looked in my nose and my throat and all that. It's not postnasal drip, but it's just mucus. So every morning I wake up, I have this mucus in my throat. This is all really gross and probably TMI. But if you know me in real life, you know I've been struggling with this for a very, very long time. And if you work out with me, I really feel bad with you because I'm always like hacking. But it's this phlegm that I wake up with every day, and then if I can kind of like cough it up and get it out, I know it's super gross, but I'm fine for the rest of the day. And I have tried probably like 7, 8, 9 medications, you know, Flonase, inhalers. We did a round of antibiotics thinking maybe it was an infection. I've had x-rays, pretty much everything. So I went for an allergy test today at MGH, and they did 2 rounds of testing. So the first one, they pricked me with all different things. So this whole arm was pollen. You can't really see it now, they're kind of gone. But the nurse pricked me with all sorts of pollen to see if I had a pollen reaction. No reaction. This side was, I can't even remember. I remember dog and cat, cockroaches, mold, grass, something like that. But a whole other panel of common allergies. Again, no reaction. So then after that, they did the same thing, but they gave me injections, like shots in my arm. Same thing, pollen 8 times down this arm, all the different ones down this arm, and we waited to see if there was a reaction, and there was no reaction. So I'm allergic to nothing. So awesome. And they also tested me for asthma. Well, there's like a breathing test that is semi-accurate, but they said you breathe, then you take an inhaler and you breathe again. And the doctor was like, it was perfect. I'm pretty sure you don't have asthma. So this cough thing, the next step is a pulmonary doctor. So gonna go see what's next with my lungs now, which it kind of makes sense. I mean, that's what's going on here. I'm definitely having some breathing issues a little bit. It's more just like the mucus. It's gross and it's annoying. So hopefully we'll get it figured out. Yep, that's what I was just talking about, allergies and sensitivities. It's not food. The doctor actually got like kind of a little bit defensive when I asked about food sensitivities. And I told her about all the different tests I took, and she's like, there's no research to back those and blah, blah, blah. But she was not happy about the food sensitivity test. But, I've eliminated dairy, I've cut back on coffee, I've done all sorts of things, and nothing. So I don't know, off to a pulmonary doctor now. But we did talk a little bit, just because I do have ulcerative colitis, and when you have one autoimmune disease, it's very likely that you can have multiple, so it could be autoimmune. I really hope it's not. But again, gonna go to see this next doctor and see what's going on. So, Entyvio, yeah, I asked about the Entyvio too, and she said sinusitis. I can't say it. But inflammation of the sinuses is a side effect of Entyvio. And they looked at my nose and there was no inflammation or anything. And I don't have any sort of postnasal drip. So it's just the phlegm. It's just, ugh. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. But I brought up the Entyvio thing too, and she didn't think it was that. And I asked my GI doctor, and same thing. They said, you know, the inflammation of the sinuses would be a side effect, but I don't have that going on. And like, I don't have like boogers or sinus. I don't know. I'm frustrated. Okay. So that's that. I'll fill you guys in if you want to hear more about allergy testing and what happens with like the lung stuff and everything. But yeah, sat in all that traffic to have the doctor tell me it's nothing. But that's good. I mean, it is really good. It's, you know, one step in figuring out what it is, and we ruled out a lot of stuff. So that's good. Anyways, so second question is, what's our morning routine now that Quinn is home? So if you've been following the blog maybe 3-4 weeks ago, we took Quinn from full-time daycare to part-time. So now he's going 3 days and he's home with me on Mondays and Fridays. And it's been so nice. I missed the kid when he was in full-time daycare, and I think it was a very smart decision to bring him home and have this next year, you know, doing the part-time thing before he goes off to kindergarten in a year. So our routine, it's mostly, it kind of depends. I would say on Mondays and Fridays, since I'm not working, technically working, I'll get up really early. I'll get up with Mal. Mal goes to school. He wakes up at 5:15 for school, although he's out of school finally now on summer vacation. But I was getting up, you know, 5:15, waking up, working until Quinn woke up, and Quinn would wake up anywhere between like 6 and 7. So sometimes I got a lot of work in, sometimes I didn't so much. And then the morning's just kind of like hanging out. We do breakfast, watch a little TV. We do snugs, as we say, snugs on the couch. Get him ready for the day, get myself ready. And we've been going to the 9 a.m. class at CrossFit, so that's fun. Good for me to work out, good for him to hang out with the kids at daycare. And then usually it kind of depends. We usually run like some sort of errand just because it's like a good time to like get some of the errands out of the way. And he likes adventures. We always say, let's go on an adventure. And he's pretty cool. He likes helping me with lists and things like that. So his favorite is Target. If we can go to Target, he's like the happiest kid ever because he goes and he looks at the toys and all that. He loves Target. But we've been hitting up the library lately, which is great. He's super into books. I think he thinks it's just fun to like get the books and check them out and like take them home with them. So we've been into the library. There's a playground right near the library, so we'll hit that up. Sometimes we go to Rosa Farms, which is like this little farm stand, but they have like a cute cafe area. And Quinn really likes the Gone Banana smoothies from there, and it's a good way to get calories in him because it's got peanut butter and all sorts of good stuff in it. So I don't know, we just kind of do like errands and whatnot after CrossFit, and then we come home, make him lunch, and then he goes down for a nap, and he's still napping, and he'll nap anywhere from maybe like an hour to like 3 hours. So I mean, that's pretty nice for me just to like get a little bit of work done in the afternoon. And then usually Mal's home around then, and if Mal's not, we'll take Murphy for a walk. Quinn and I will take Murphy for a walk, wait for Mal to get home, and then, you know, dinner, bath time, bed. That's pretty much like the evening. So that's our day. It changes like a little bit, but there are definitely things that we tend to do over and over again. Like we'll go to Hornstra, where they have baby cows. They have big cows too, but we get our milk there. Sometimes we'll get ice cream. There's a cat there. If you follow Carrots and Cake, you know about this cat. And we recently found out the cat's name is Bootsies. So now we look for Bootsies. This is just super rambling. So I will move on to the next question, but that's basically our day. And then how do I wash workout clothes? Yes, so this is a question from a few weeks ago. So whoever asked this, I apologize. It's taken me so long to answer it. But this is a good one. So workout clothes. I think I'm super sweaty, Mal's super sweaty. So I think for us, the key is not letting them sit too long. So we'll like let them air out on the like edge of the hamper, which is kind of a little bit gross, but if they're like super drenched wet, we'll let them kind of air out. And then I'll do a load of laundry midweek. So, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll throw in a small load, and I'll mostly do workout clothes because I just don't want them to sit till the weekend when I typically do laundry. I hear Mal coming up the stairs. Might get a guest appearance by Mal. You want to say hi? I'm doing Instagram Live. I'm talking about our sweaty gym clothes.
Oh, gross.
They are really gross.
The sweatiest.
Yeah, we are both super sweaty. I feel bad for Quinn. He's gonna be the sweaty. He's gonna be the sweaty kid for sure. But yeah, letting them kind of air out, washing them right away. I think also just buying higher quality workout gear makes a difference, because I mean, back in the day I would buy like Old Navy stuff all the time, and I mean, I swear to God, that stuff would just smell all the time. I just like could not get the smell out of it, and I feel like buying some of like the nice stuff, not saying that you need to buy like, you know, Lululemon and spend all your money on a pair of leggings, but like getting like the higher quality stuff instead of like the cheapy stuff, I think get some of that, or at least the smell doesn't set in, you know what I mean? Mal says you should change out of your workout clothes right away. Get some of the stink out too. That's, yeah, good advice from Mal. So you're not sitting in them and making them smellier. Sorry, see the cough. I'm gonna get it together. And then also, this actually came from a reader. This Febreze odor eliminating detergent. This is not sponsored. I have no connection to this company. Reader actually suggested this when I was asking about how to clean smelly sports bras. And I'll just, you know, if my sports bras start getting kind of like, or any of my clothes, but mostly sports bras, I'll put them in the wash with a little bit of this, and I'll let them like sit there and soak for a while. And then I'll, you know, run the washer normally and like have them clean. But that helps a ton, this like odor eliminator stuff. So, see, pretty sure it's from Target, but that helps a lot. And I think that's it for ideas. Yep, I think that was it. I had a few notes written down. And that's it. That's the end of this edition. Sorry, I'm seeing people like type things, so I'm like trying to read what they're writing as I'm talking to you, and clearly I can't do both. But that's the end. Thanks for tuning in for this edition. And I actually won't have one next week just because I'm going on vacation to Oregon, and I probably won't do one there. But if you have questions, send them along. I'll write them down, include them in my list, and I'll get you when I come back that following week, the week of the 9th. So that's it. Have a lovely weekend. Happy 4th, and that's it. Bye.